Hello and welcome. This is Chrisanne. I'm coming at you from Elemental Energies with Chrisanne, as you can hear out on my deck. So today we are going to be making a whole bunch of these really cute little flowers. I had seen somebody, I don't even know who it was, years and years and years ago, make these, and we're talking, it was like, I don't know, 4 years ago at least. And these are super easy to make. In fact, this is one of the things that I like to make while I'm sitting in doctor's offices. I always bring like a little craft supply bag of things. You know, my son goes for like a ton of tests. So if I'm sitting there for an hour, 2 hours, these are so easy to make just in your lap. So these are using some scraps. So let's get started. I mean, maybe you make these. Now you can make these using punches so that they stay very sort of uniform looking. I like the look of the torn edge, so keep that in mind. If you tuned in the other day, you saw that I have a whole bunch of these paper scraps left over. I have all different types of papers here. This is something that I've been stamping on. I'm gonna rip that up too. And some ledger paper. I have a whole bunch of things. So the deal is, all you need to do is cut circles. Now I'm doing 3 layers of paper and 1 layer of either a gem, and I also have buttons here. So you can do a button or you can do a gem. I also have some of these little flowers, and I thought, oh, let's play around with some of those in the centers as well. So what I do is I tear the paper into circles, ovals, whatever shape you want. Now, if you tear it towards you, you get that nice white edge. So for right now, we're just gonna make, and if you tear it, see how I'm tearing it this way, you get the edge on the opposite side. Still tearing it towards me, but it's the way I'm pulling the paper is different. So it's that side. So tearing it like this, I get the torn edge at the top. Okay, so I'm just making piles of these, and I have a whole bunch of bowls and buckets and everything here for my scraps, because this is going to make a lot of little teeny tiny scraps. So most of these are going to have a similar center. I'm not worried that they're sort of different shapes. They're not perfectly circle, they're ovally. So let's come in with this one. Now, the other thing that I'm going to want to do is start making multiple sizes. I don't like the other side of this paper. It's bicycles. I don't like it. So there's my little ones. Now let's make sort of a, where's my, sort of some medium ones. And this way I'm going to mix and match all my my patterns, my colors, all of it. I mean, this is something you can do sitting at the couch. It's kind of fun, I have to tell you. In one of my Oracle decks that I created, I did an entire sheet of just these, all different colors and patterns, just layered on the paper. There's space to do a couple small ones here. I mean, really, there's a lot of space left on this, but I'm not going to get too tedious with all the same ones, because I want to make multiples of these, and I want to have you know, I want to have a variety. Okay. And can you see it? I'm keeping my sort of sizes, colors, patterns in their own pile. This one I like. And have this sort of be one of those kind of wonky but medium ones. Let's do some small ones. And this paper is double-sided that I like both sides. So it's that pink flower on one side and that purple stripe on the other side. And once again, there's a lot more in these papers that I can be tearing up. I'm just gonna move on so I can get a whole variety. Let's get some nice big medium ones out of this. It's on the other side. Oh, that's pretty too. All right. There's that one. Let's turn it over. Let's get a medium one here. And once again, if you are somebody that this just won't work for you because of the different shapes, punch out a whole bunch of different size circles. And you can do the exact same thing with more sort of controlled circle shapes. I'm not somebody that really cares about that. I like the wonkiness of all of this. Let's do this one. I'll do a smaller one in this. And then once we get all these done, then we have some fun that starts. Let's do a bigger one in this. So this is going to be the other side. That one. And let's do a smaller one in this. I'll do a couple smaller ones. So this is a this is a craft along with me as I tear paper and make flowers. Okay. I like this one and this one. I like both. So let's do one of each. We'll do a medium for the back. One. Let's do a small one for the back. And then let's do one with the printing, the medium size. There. And now let's do a small one right here. And we're going to crinkle these. We're going to ink these, all of that. Let's do a couple with some ledger paper. Kind of a bigger one. There. I have a ton of small ones, so I'm not worried about that. I think. Whoop, papers are flying away. We're supposed to get rain. They've been saying we're going to get rain for days. Zilch. Zilch rain. No rain. I don't know. I'm going to do a whole bunch of big ones. And you know what? I'm going to fold it in half so I can do a couple at the same time. So it's still a little hot out. Not like oppressive hot, but it's hot. I'm not a fan. But I'm sitting out here on my deck, trying to get some videos done. This is a great way to get two done at once. Let's fold this way. There. And let's fold this one this way. And I have my brown ink out here to, bung and everything, to edge everything. So I think that will sort of match everything here. And do a bigger one here. And it's just torn paper. So if I need to adjust the size of one of these things, just re-tear it. Okay. Let's see. I like this side. Okay. So we have a collection of papers here. What we're going to do is we are going to pick one of the large papers, crumple it, open it up. We're going to ink the edges. And I'm going to be deciding which one do I want next. I like that one. So we're going to crinkle it. This is what gives it a little bit of lift and dimension while it's in your journal. Now, if you want to ink all the, like, I'll use the back as an example. All those creases, you go ahead. I'm just going to do the edges. And keep in mind, these are going to be layered. So look, some of it's going to be hidden. But I mean, if you wanted to come in and just highlight some of that, you can. Put that there. And let's do this one. I tend to do my folds and creases in towards the center of the flower. There. And then all I do is I come in. I'm using Aleene's today. Aleene's Tacky Glue. Put some glue down. I'll do, these are recycled buttons. So here's the difference between the button and the gem. I like the button one, but I do like the gem one. The gem adds a little bit of bling. So let's just keep making them. We're gonna crinkle this. Sometimes I just sit and crinkle a whole bunch of them and then ink a whole bunch of them. You follow the rhythm that works for you. And when you ink that torn edge, it looks so pretty. It holds on to the ink nicely. And I just happen to have designer paper. I mean, you could be using, normally I use book page. You could be using all recycled book pages, from different books, different pictures from the books. Let's glue that there. Glue that there. I'm going to do the centers all at the end. Let's just do a whole bunch of these. This is coffee dyed paper, so it has that texture to it from the coffee, which I like. So we'll do 3 at once. I'll put this over here. I can't see what you're seeing, but I'm gonna move these out of the way. And we're gonna line these up. Like I said, these are incredibly easy, but they're fun. They're really pretty. And especially when you cluster them on a page, I'm going to show you when I get all this done. I'll show you what I mean. The wind's picking up a little bit. I'm very hopeful that we will actually get rain today. I mean, for 2 days they've been saying we're gonna get rain. And of course I have to clean everything up on my deck because I don't wanna, that one's gonna be a little big. I don't wanna get everything all wet out here. So I've been cleaning everything up. Which, let me tell you, is a chore. I have an umbrella. I don't have like an awning or something. Someday that would be nice. But for now, this is what I have. All right, I'm gonna layer this one on top of that one right there, and then I'm going to do tone on tone for that blue one. This is the back side of that other one that's there. And we'll do this black polka dot one. I'm hearing a bunch of animals all around. I think it's like the chipmunks and the squirrels. Okay, let's get these glued. So I've been having major car problems along with major water problems. When it rains, it pours, literally. And so yesterday I took my car in. They're gonna have it more than a week. Ka-ching, ka-ching. They called me yesterday and I'm like, oh my gosh. They're like, well, you need this. I'm like, do it. I need the car to last. I need the car to be safe, you know, my son. Normally he has his own car, but I drive when we go places on occasion. But I want to be safe on the road for, you know, other people as well. You know, it's not just me on the road. So I haven't been able to drive my car for 2 weeks because I've been waiting to get in so they can do the repairs. So we brought my car yesterday. And they're like, oh yeah, we see the problem. Like, yep. I wasn't exaggerating. Oh, these are cute. They have little sticky things on the back. I don't know. I think a friend may have given these to me. I don't know where I got them. I don't know if the sticky thing is still good. Oh, it is. Kind of covers the little center bit, but I don't know. That's kind of cute. I'll do a couple that way. For right now, I'm gonna, oh, I didn't do the center in this one. No. Let's do some of the gems. So I have plain gems and I have Aurora Borealis gems. We're gonna do all of it. I didn't even get my gem picker out. Whenever I get out right now, I have to put away again. It's not like I can just leave it out. So these are the Aurora Borealis gems. They're pretty. All right, let's add that to our pile. And let's keep going. Let's see. Is that going to be a middle one? Yes. You know what? I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to put one of those flowers in the middle. I had intended this to be the middle layer, but you know what? Let's shake it up a bit. I like to have all different sizes, etc. It's visually appealing. I keep my ink covered while I'm outside because, you know, the sun. So they've got my car. I've been home for 2 weeks, other than when my son drives me or, you know, somebody comes over and drives me. I have a doctor's appointment tomorrow, so a friend of mine is taking me to that. And they're going to have my car a week, so I'm going to be stuck here. Stuck here doing crafts. Oh, woe is me. For the next week. So that's my plan. But next week my bathroom is getting repaired and that's going to get gutted. So I don't know. That looks kind of cute. All right, let's do a couple more. I have so much laundry to do. It's not even remotely funny. I didn't do any today because we're supposed to be getting the rain, and I like to dry my laundry outside. So I'm watching and paying attention to what the weather forecast is, even though it's completely wrong. But the moisture is very heavy. It's very, very muggy. It feels like something's coming. And last night it got super dark, like super quick. called my mother and I said, if you have anything outside, you better bring it in. I was talking to a friend of mine today. I'm like, did we even get rain yesterday? And she's like, I don't think we did. Like, we were supposed to get rain. I had a lot of laundry on my deck that I needed to fold, put away, you know, bring in, all of that. That was a waste of my time. Because I could have been getting more laundry done. But whatever. And we need the rain. There are like water bans going on. There are droughts going on. You know, it's a thing. So, I mean, that's not good. I feel bad for the animals because I think I said in other videos, the stream right next to my house over there where like the deer and the turkey and, you know, everybody go to, it is dried up. So it's kind of sad. But there's not much I can do about it. I mean, they're resourceful, they know. I hope they know of like another water thing. Let's do one of these little flowers. Cute. And this might be our last one, and then I'll show you what I did with my my Oracle page that I made. And you can do this in a journal. This Oracle deck isn't going to be published yet that I did this one in. I did all altered art pages. You know, some are painted, some, you know, they're all different art. Let's do a button. It's a thread. Okay, I'll leave the thread. It adds to it. Okay, let's move some of these out of the way. I do have some cardstock. Whoops, that I dropped. Okay. Oh, I see what I dropped. Okay, so let's just pretend this is your journal page. Can you see? I gotta stand up. Oh yeah, you can see that. And then you can put lines here for journaling. What I did is I had a lot more. They had them kind of going sort of in a C fashion. But then there's another one that I did that I covered it completely. There's another one where I left a little bit of space. So think of all the different ways that you can use these. Now you can add them to the front of like a pocket, to a journaling card, not just decorate a journaling page. There's so many ways to use, oh, that looks pretty right there. There's so many ways to use these. So I hope that's helpful for you. I hope these are fun. Have you made them? They are kind of something that's been around for a while. I like them. Like I said, I make them a lot actually when I'm sitting and waiting at doctor's offices for tests and all that fun stuff to be done. So hey, check it out. Let me know if you make these, you have fun with them. You can tag me on Instagram or Blue Sky, Chrisanne1234. Give those pages a like and a follow, please. But please subscribe to this page on my YouTube channel. I would really appreciate that. And check out my Facebook, Elemental Energies with Chrisanne, and then go to my website, elementalenерgieswithchrisanne.com. There's a lot of free classes, free printables, there's a lot of free stuff, but it's also a place where you can go in if you want to book a private reading with me, check out the decks that I sell, the Oracle and the Tarot, and I have a whole bunch of crystals for sale, some art for sale, etc. Check that out. Thanks so much for tuning in. Take care. Be free.